What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. So we are going to do game picks today for college football and the NFL. It is Game Picks Wednesday. First of all, just want to remind everybody that the World Series does start on Friday. Toronto Blue Jays against Los Angeles Dodgers. Just wanted to give you my pick. I'm going to pick the Dodgers in 7. Not exactly who I want to win. I'm not on the Dodgers or ruined baseball train. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's just so stupid. Anyone who believes that either has never watched a single inning of baseball in their life is a stupid person, or both. They could be both. It's possible, but obviously no one wants to see somebody go back to back. Blue Jays, they haven't won in over 30 years. They deserve it. But I just don't think they're going to be able to get it done. I'm going to pick the Dodgers to win in 7 games. They can get a great series. I think the Dodgers' experience will prevail in the end. But moving along, AP rankings going into this week of college football. Ohio State remains number 1, 7-0. Number 2 is Indiana. They continue to roll. They're at 7-0. Coach Signetti's done a great job there. Number 3, Texas A&M. Who would have thought Texas A&M was going to be ranked 3rd in the country this far into the season? Alabama's ranked 4th. Georgia is up to 5th. Oregon is ranked 6th. Georgia Tech is up to 7th in the country. And they are right now the top ACC team right now, with Miami plummeting. 8th is Ole Miss. They drop a little bit. Miami falls to 9th. Vanderbilt is now ranked in the top 10. They are now 10th in the country. BYU is ranked 11th. Notre Dame is ranked 12th. You have Oklahoma at 13th. Texas Tech plummets all the way down to 14th. Missouri is ranked 15th. Virginia is ranked 16th. Tennessee down to 17th. South Florida, USF, they are 18th. Louisville is now 19th in the country. Welcome to the rankings, Louisville. MSU plummets to 20th in the country. Cincinnati up to 21st. So it looks like the group of 5 team, Memphis's chances of that are pretty much almost done. USF and Cincinnati are probably going to battle that one out. As of right now, we got Texas at 22nd. Trying to hang on there in the rankings. Illinois is at 23rd. Arizona State is at 24th. And Michigan comes in at 25th. All right, let's do college football game picks. No Friday game this week, at least no legit Friday game. First game Saturday at noon. Number 2 Indiana will host UCLA. Indiana's going to win by a lot. They are rolling. Fernando Mendoza has over 1,700 passing yards, 21 touchdowns against 2 interceptions. They are rolling. Mendoza should be the Heisman favorite right now. Might be the number 1 overall pick in the draft in April. UCLA sucks. Indiana should win by a lot, no problem. Continuing with the noon slate, we have Syracuse against number 7, Georgia Tech. I'm going to take Georgia Tech in this one. Syracuse is not very good. Obviously, no more for their basketball program, but they're not really a football school. Had some better years recently, but Georgia Tech, they're playing really good football. Brent Keith's done a great job there. I'm hoping he doesn't take a bag from Penn State or Florida or something. I assume he's going to be a candidate for one of those jobs. But right now, he's at Georgia Tech. Haynes King is playing really well. He's got that dual threat action. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech. So I haven't had one of these in a while on my Twitter space. I thought people call into the show. Foursquare Sports has joined. That's it could be one of 4 people. I'm not sure if it's Matt or one of the 4 of you over at Foursquare Sports. I'm not sure if it's just all 4 of you collectively or tweeting at the same time. Says you like Fernando Mendoza getting drafted by the Jets? I mean, I would love it. Who knows with the Jets? They screw up everything they touch. But that's who they should draft if they get number 1 overall pick. Which I think they will. I don't know how they're going to win a football game this year. The only game they even have a snowball's chance of hell in winning is the Saints game. Maybe Miami at home, especially if McDaniel gets fired by then. But I would love if Mendoza gets drafted by the Jets. He's something about him that I really like. And then he also said Signetti got the extension and it's well deserved. Absolutely. He's a fantastic coach. He's done an amazing job. And they definitely did that because they heard the Penn State rumors. They're like, Nope, you're staying here. They gave him as much money as they possibly could, and uh, he will be staying in Indiana long term. But yes, he's done an amazing job there. ABC at noon, number 8 Ole Miss against number 13 Oklahoma. This should be a really good game. Ole Miss coming off a tough loss to Georgia in a really good game. Oklahoma, 2 weeks ago you lose the Red River rivalry to Texas. John Mateer throws 3 interceptions. Bounce back win last week. I'm going to take Ole Miss. They're on the road. I still truly trust Oklahoma. I like Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin's a good coach. There's all sorts of rumors right now. Is Lane Kiffin going to go here? Is he going to go there? There's rumors about LSU. I don't think he would take the Florida job. It's a worse job to me than Ole Miss. Ole Miss is ranked 8th in the country. Florida is 3 and 4. So I don't think he would take that job. But if LSU comes open, Brian Kelly's living on thin ice over there. I think he would jump at that. So all sorts of rumors right now. I'm going to take Ole Miss to get this one done. Got number 16, Virginia against UNC. I'm going to take Virginia. That UNC team is bad. I might watch this on the ACC network. Find a way to watch that because if UNC gets just pummeled, it would be very funny to watch Bill Belichick just get pummeled. I take great joy in that. I don't know what's going on in UNC is not going according to plan for a lot of reasons. Some on the field, might be some off the field stuff with Bill going on there. I won't get into that. I think it's pretty obvious from what I'm alluding to. But Virginia has had a good year. They're a good team. UNC is not a good team. They don't have an ACC win yet, which is just mind-boggling. They only played 2 games, but still, it's crazy. And I'm not, Foursquare Sports just commented, Belichick might buy out. It's that bad. Yeah, they can't bring that guy back. They got it. He needs to leave. Okay? You're 72, 73 years old. You've had a great career. You won 6 Super Bowls, technically 8 if you count the 2 he won as an assistant coach with the Giants. You made plenty of money. Your girlfriend's 24 years old. It's disgusting. Now I am talking about it. It's disgusting, but hey, if there's a lot of 24-year-olds out there that can have a 24-year-old girlfriend that looks like that, and he's 73 and he can do it. I guess good on him. It's not illegal at least. But yeah, dude, leave. You're embarrassing yourself. You're pummeling your legacy. Leave. Go hang out with Jordan Hudson. Okay, leave. Virginia picked up the win in that one. Got number 18 South Florida against Memphis. This is a big game. So I've talked about a few times on this show how it looked like the top 2 Group of 5 teams were USF and Memphis. Remember, the best Group of 5 team gets an automatic bid to the 12-team college football playoff. Memphis had a bad loss last week, so now it's kind of down to USF, at least by rankings wise. USF is ranked 18th, and then at 21st is Cincinnati. Memphis drops out of the rankings. This is a big game. No, but I'm going to take South Florida. They're playing better right now. They're playing good football. I think they're a better team than Memphis. I'm going to take USF. 3:30, we got number 4 Alabama against South Carolina. I'm going to take Alabama. They're on the road, but Alabama is not playing. Not Alabama. South Carolina isn't a great team. I think they're a little better than their record shows. Their schedule is brutal. It's kind of like that every year. You're just overmatched in the SEC. I don't really think they're as bad as the record shows. If they have the same record as Florida, I think they would beat Florida, in my opinion. But Alabama, they're just too good. This is just perfect example of their schedule's just too tough for them to overcome. Give me Alabama. Number 15 Missouri against number 10 Vanderbilt. This should be a great game. This is 2 teams in the SEC. I don't think a whole lot of people had them being legit threats. Both teams have, at least a small chance of potentially making the college football playoff. Missouri's got an Alabama game coming up soon. That's going to be probably a make or break for them. I'm going to take Vanderbilt. This team is playing really, really well. I like both teams. I think they're both very good. I think they both could be in the college football playoff. I think Vanderbilt's got a slightly better chance. They already play Alabama. Missouri has not. But I'm going to take Vanderbilt in this one. Okay, they're at home. Both are a good team, both playing well, both 6-1, both from the top 15. But I'm going to take Vanderbilt. They've had a really fun season. Number 11, BYU against Iowa State. This is a major matchup in the Big 12. Big 12, you kind of never know who's coming out of the Big 12. Right now, BYU is the top team in the Big 12, I would say, trying to stay in the mix there. I'm going to take BYU. They are on the road, but I am going to take them in what would technically be an upset because they are not favored in the game, although they are ranked 11. Bible study isn't ranked at all. Give me BYU. They're playing really well. I'm going to take them to win that game. Number 23, Illinois against Washington, a Big 12 matchup. I'm going to take Washington. You kind of never know in the Big 12. It's just a jumbled conference. There's no like team that you like, oh, that's a real threat to a national championship. Even Arizona State last year, who almost beat, they had that crazy game. I forgot who was even against. I never even thought they were a legit threat, as good as Camp Scatterbo was. But I'm going to take Washington to win that game. It's one of those things where it's like, Illinois ranked 23rd. Washington is not quite ranked. They're at home. They're favored by 4.5. Could go either way. It's the Big 12. Give me Washington. Force Pro Sports just said it. Keep an eye on the Houston Cougars. They aren't out of the running to make the Big 12 title. That is true. I know Kevin from Force Pro Sports. Maybe this is him tweeting at me. I don't know if it's one of the four of them. I know he's a big Houston Cougars fan, so shout out to him. They are playing some good football. They have a shot. Pretty much anyone has a shot at the Big 12, to be honest. Pretty much every year at this point. It's not the same comment it once was with if Texas isn't there anymore or Oklahoma. It's kind of anyone's conference pretty much every year. Speaking of the Big 12, we got Oklahoma State against number 14 Texas Tech. At 4 o'clock, Texas Tech by a lot. Oklahoma State is god awful. They are 1-6. My gun, they already fired Texas Tech. Tough loss last week, but they definitely get back on the horse and easily beat Oklahoma State. 4 o'clock, we got Baylor against number 21 Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is in the Big 12, so I guess we're not a group of five too many more, which means it's probably going to be USF. I guess a group of five spot. I didn't realize that, but USF, not USF. Cincinnati should win this game. Uh, Again, you never know in the Big 12, but I think they're a better team. I think they beat Baylor. 4:15, number 22, Texas against Mississippi State. I'm going to take Texas. Texas is not going to as advertised here. They came in the one ranked team in the country. You opened up against Ohio State. Arch Manning hasn't looked very good, but I think they beat Mississippi State. I mean, 4-3. Again, there's a bit of a match. They have one SEC game. Yeah, I think that continues. Texas wins. 7 o'clock, we got Wisconsin against number 6, Oregon. Give me Oregon. Wisconsin sucks. Oregon's playing really well. They're a great team. Dante Moore's been really good. Over 1,600 yards, 19 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. He's in the Heisman running. It's a good chance if he declares for the draft. He'll be a very high draft pick. Teams love quarterbacks. Oregon will beat Wisconsin. I think they're going to make a coaching change, maybe even before the end of the year. I think it's Luke Fickell's the coach over there. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody. But just they have no identity. They're 2-5. When they made the coaching change, they wanted to get back to that, Wisconsin brand. They have not been able to do it. Oregon wins by a lot. 7 o'clock, Stanford against number 9, Miami. Give Miami. They had a really tough loss last week. Carson went back through 4 interceptions. He is not a good quarterback, but Stanford sucks. Give me Miami. 7:30, number 3, Texas A&M against number 20, LSU. Give me A&M. LSU, they're just, look, Brian Kelly's just not a good fit there. I don't see how he comes back next year. He won't get fired mid-season unless something goes completely haywire. But it's just not a fit there. That team is way too talented to have 2 losses already at this point. A&M's playing really well. They're the 3rd best team in the country right now. I think they go into Baton Rouge and pick up the win. 7:30 as well. Boston College plays number 19, Louisville. Give me Louisville. Boston College flat out sucks. Have they ever been good at football? I don't think they have. I don't even think they've ever been good at basketball. It's a hockey school, to be honest. We got a rivalry game. Number 25, Michigan against Michigan State. Give me Michigan. Michigan State sucks. Their football program has been like train wreck for a few years now. Michigan, I've told people many times I was not buying. They're going 10-2 or 11-1 with a freshman quarterback. Bryce Underwood has looked like a freshman, done some good things, done some bad things, but they're better than Michigan State. They'll win this game. 7:45, we got number 17, Tennessee against Kentucky. I'm going to take Tennessee. I say it all the time. Kentucky's a kind of team. They're not a good team, but because of how their style of football, they run the ball so much, they can kind of stay in games and you let them hang around enough. They could steal one, but just a lot of times against these top SEC opponents, they're not able to hang around long enough. I think it's a perfect example. Tennessee had a really tough loss last week. So you already have a loss to Alabama. They're at 2 losses now. But they're a better team than Kentucky. Aguilar's played very well for them overall. Give me Tennessee. At 8 o'clock, Houston against number 24 Arizona State. So speaking of the Cougs, they got a big game against Arizona State. I am going to take Arizona State, though. This is not the same team that was in the college football playoff last year with obviously Cam Scott wasn't there anymore. The passing offense is a little bit limited, but I think they're just a little more battle tested. I'm going to take what are they, the Wildcats, or it doesn't matter. Whatever the hell their team name is, I'm going to take Arizona State to win as the Big 12 continues to heat up. Alrighty, NFL game picks. Here we go. Thursday Night Football. Tomorrow night, we got Vikings and Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers in that one. They're at home. They're a better home team than a road team. They always have been. Vikings, still going to be Carson Wentz, who hasn't looked bad by any means. Aaron Jones might come back in that game. And the Chargers have a zillion injuries on the offensive line. They don't have much of a running game with Hampton and Najee Harris both on injured reserve. Harris done, but either Hampton will back at some point. Will be a while. Injuries on defense. But I'm going to take the loss in with Chargers. They finally get a win. By the way, thank you, Sports Sports. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils. I don't know why I call them the Wildcats. Thank you very much. Sunday, finally the no London game. Thank goodness. Those London games are so bad, so stupid. 1 o'clock, we have Dolphins and the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons. The Falcons are the weirdest team in the NFL. By the way, I have my power rankings. I'm planning to do that tomorrow, as usual, on Thursday. But Falcons, I mean, the Dolphins suck. I'm going to bring up the Falcons. The Dolphins suck. They're 1-6. Mike McDaniel looks like his body language says, please fire me. I can't take it anymore. I know I suck, but please fire me. He is a dreadful head coach. Falcons are a weird team. They lost 30-zip to the Panthers. You beat the Bills in prime time, and then you lose to... Did you lose to last week? It doesn't even matter. Falcons, I don't understand them. Not in the slightest. Give me it's supposed to be at home. Dolphins, I mean, it's going to be warm weather, so... But it's in Georgia, but give me the Falcons. Jets, Bengals. The Jets suck. They don't know what the quarterback's going to be. Hopefully it's Tyler Taylor, because Justin Fields is flat out horrible. And the Bengals, Joe Flacco, he's tearing up the Jets. Is Joe Flacco their quarterback now? Yeah, he is going to tear the Jets apart. Jamar Chase might have 300 yards. In fact, I'm very happy I have him in fantasy, because he is going to have a monster game. He had 38 points for me last week. He might do that again. The Jets are not going to be able to stop the Bengals. As bad as the Bengals defense, the Jets will somehow make it look like the most difficult thing ever to score them. They'll score, maybe they'll score a touchdown. They'll score one touchdown, maybe. And Fourth Growth Sports just said, how is this guy so much yards to the Browns game? That's actually what the Dolphins put the Browns last week. Yeah, I don't understand. 31-6 to the Browns. That's bad. That's as bad as it gets. But continuing in the 1 o'clock slate, Browns, Patriots. Not gonna lie, it really pisses me off how easy of a schedule the Patriots have. They're definitely gonna make the playoffs at this rate. And they're going to win this game. They're at home against Cleveland. And Mike Vrabel's defense against Dylan Gabriel. No, that's not going to go well at all. Patriots, what I have to say, they are a good team. Drake Mays playing some really good football. The offensive line is so much better. But defense is playing well. That's a good team. The Browns are not very good. I've said many times. They'll hang around in some games. They'll pick up a winner here or there that they shouldn't win. Look at the Packers game. But give me the Patriots in this game. Giants-Eagles. This is a big game. So Giants, I mean, they've had a little spark with Jackson Dart. He's looked really good, but coming off a dreadful loss where you blow a huge lead to Denver late in the game. You beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago by 17 points. But I'm going to see you with this one. They're at home. Giants come up with a brutal loss. But I think the Eagles get payback. I do not see the Giants scooping the Eagles. The Eagles are a fraudulent team. A lot of teams are fraudulent. There's no true, legit, oh yeah, they're definitely in the Super Bowl right now. A lot of parity in the league. Eagles have some flaws that are very apparent. I think the Giants through the Eagles this year. I don't see it. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. Bills and Panthers. Give me the Bills. I don't know how Carolina's 4-3. They play a little better. They like awful with the Jets. Bryce Young, I don't think he's playing in this game. It's going to be Andy Dalton, who is arguably watching really bad in the fourth quarter against the Jets last week, and that Jets defense is not very good by any means. Josh Allen does some Josh Allen things. Carolina might be able to keep it relatively close. They go down. Teams will run the football really well. That Bills defense is a little bit shaky, but give me the Bills. Bears, Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson comes back this week. I know the Ravens, look, they're at 1-5, but you know that division isn't great. The Steelers are at 4-2. They kind of do this every year. Talking about when collapse and then get the break beat off them in the first round. The Bengals keep their season alive with the win against the Steelers, but still they're at 3-4 for the roster. The Browns are the Browns. The Ravens have a very easy schedule the rest of the way. They could still steal the division or at least sneak into the playoffs. I think they win this game, filled by the Bears. Give me the Ravens. 49ers and the Texans. I'm going to take the Niners. I'm surprised Houston's favorite. I know the Niners have a zillion injuries. You know, Purdy's missed a bunch of games. Pearsall is out. Juwan Jennings is out. You know, on defense, Warner and most of them for the year. But George Kittle might come back for this game. So that will be a big help if he can come back. So even though the Niners are not healthy whatsoever, the Texans suck. They cannot score. Their offensive line is dreadful. C.J. Stroud's not playing well. He doesn't have enough health. The offensive coordinator returned going from who's the coordinator last year? I can't remember his name. They got Bobby Slowick and then to Nick Kelly is now where I agree with at the time. 49ers win this game. 405 Bucks Saints. Give me the Bucks. The Saints suck. Both Saints. Spencer Rattler. He's played well. Kudos to him. But the rest of the roster is horrible. They cannot stop anybody. I know Bucks have a lot of injuries themselves. Godwin is not going to play in this game. Evans is probably out for the year. But Abuka is fine. I know Bucky isn't playing, but Rachael White has been able to hold the fourth down. The division's on the offensive line. But the Saints don't have a pass rush anyway. That doesn't matter. Maybe it's somewhat close. But they're paid by 3.5. They're definitely going to cover that. Give me the Bucks. 425. Cowboys and Broncos. Give me Denver, especially at home. Denver's a tough place to play. That Dallas offense is elite, but they're going up against, in my opinion, the best defense in all of football. Dallas can't stop anybody. I think this is a good matchup for the Broncos. I think they pick up another win. That's a really good football team. It's all next to very clutch this year as well. Titans, Colts. Give me the Colts. They're by 14.5. Will it be that bad? I don't know. Titans are hardly horrible. The coach is already gone. They're a mess over there. Cam Morton's enough stuff to die. Granted, I don't think he's that good anyway. The Colts, I mean, they're 6-1. You know, do I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No, but they're 6-1. They're going to win that division. The rest of that division sucks. Jacksonville's come back down to earth. The Titans are a joke. Texans suck. They're going to win that division. Gamble is playing well. Jonathan Taylor, he's been an MVP candidate. He ran for 697 yards and 10 touchdowns through 7 games. He is playing out of his mind right now. Absolute dog. Colts, look for the 14-up. I don't know. It's a big line, especially in an NFL game. But give me the Colts. Titans are god-awful. They win 3 games as well. I'll be surprised. Sunday Night Football. Packers and Steelers. I take the Packers. We got Aaron Rodgers facing the Packers. So this should be a fun one, though it isn't Pittsburgh or Lambeau. That'll make it a whole lot better. But give me the Packers. They're a better team. They'll get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. He can't move anymore. He's played pretty well, but the Packers win this one. All right, the teams on bye are the Lions, Raiders, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and the Jaguars. Last game, Monday Night Football, Commanders and Chiefs. Give them the Chiefs. I don't think Jane Daniels is playing in this game. It's going to be Marcus Mariota most likely. I don't know if Terry McLaurin's coming back. Samuel might be hurt. The Chiefs, they've gotten the Mosley back. They're playing a lot better. Rasheed Rice is back. And still don't know how much of a running game, but they're playing a lot better. They're now at 4-3. I'm already preparing for them to go on another football run. Hopefully not, but I'm already prepared. Favored by 10.5, which might come true because they are at home. They are playing well. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to win a month with them. So to finish off, let's talk some wrestling. Monday Night Raw from 2 days ago. So we kicked off with Adam Pearce coming out, the Raw General Manager, announcing that Seth Rollins was being stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship. Had a really good segment with the, if you even call them, are they even division anymore? It's just Braun and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman, obviously. Braun still was in possession of the World Heavyweight Championship. He stole it from Seth Rollins after he speared the life out of him last week. And Pierce told him to hand over the title, and Braun said, say it respectfully. Yeah, he made him say please. He eventually gives it to Paul Heyman, who gives it back to Braun, to Adam Pierce. Then we had a world tag team championship match. It was AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, known as AJ Lee, against the Judgment Day. And AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat the Judgment Day. It was a very good match to win the World Tag Team titles. I like this a lot. I love Dragon Lee. AJ Styles, he's retiring next year. He's only got so much time left. I think this will be a fun run. But Judgment Day, I don't know what they're doing with the Judgment Day. It's I can't believe people were freaking out, and rightfully so, that the Vision somehow ended before the Judgment Day did. That's hilarious. They've had two world tag team title reigns. I think they've had probably like maybe 5 defenses over those 2 reigns. It's pathetic. Styles and Lee win the match. Very good match. We had an Intercontinental Championship, Dom Mysterio against Rusev. 2 belts, Dom retains the IC title. He tries to use the hammer from ringside to beat Rusev. Rusev catches him. He was going to use it. The referee stops him with the referee's back turn. Dom hits a low blow, and he ends up escaping with a win over Rusev once again. And then Penta, got involved with Rusev. But a women's Intercontinental Championship, Maxine Dupree against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch wins the match. Well, technically not. She got herself disqualified. A typical heel move. I mean, they were never putting the title on Maxine Dupree, obviously. They had a good match the week prior. This was in Maxine Dupree's hometown, so they probably wanted to give her a moment. Becky Lynch picks up, well, not the win, but she also steals the title. Stephanie Vaquer, the women's world champion against Roxanne Perez. Vaquer picked up the win. This match was just kind of okay. I thought it would be a little bit better. Two very talented in-ring performers, but then obviously an attack after the match from Raquel Rodriguez, and then Nikki Bella came out to save the day. Then we had a battle royal to determine CM Punk's opponent at Simon's main event for the Big World Championship, and Jey Uso wins. What are we doing? What does LA Knight have to do? Why would you do this? On top of, I don't want to see the title on CM Punk. I definitely don't want to see it on Jey Uso. This was right in front of you, okay? In the words of Yankees manager Aaron Boone, it was right in front of us, and you dropped it. What does LA Knight have to do? I don't get it. It makes 0 sense to me, okay? 0. Nobody wants to see this. Why are we pushing Jey Uso, who clearly does not have what it takes to be a world champion? That was made apparent by his literal World Heavyweight Championship reign that he had after WrestleMania, after beating Gunther at WrestleMania. I do not understand. It makes 0 sense. It should have been L.A. Knight. Foursquare Sports has said there needs to be a yeah movement. Like, there does. Give me the yeah movement. Okay? The fact that they have not put a single title on LA Knight, but Jey Uso was the tag team champ with Cody Rhodes for a bit. He was the Intercontinental Championship very briefly and the World Heavyweight Championship very briefly. Is just pathetic. LA Knight, in my opinion, he was even his peak was even more over than Jey was. I don't know if that's hard or not, but he's a much better wrestler. He's a much better performer. In fact, I think if LA Knight's name was LA Uso, I think he would be World Heavyweight Champion right now. I'm not even kidding. I think that would be. James was such a freaking nepo baby. I am tired of him. I do like the storyline with Jim Uso and Roman. Clearly, they're teasing a potential character change and a heel turn, but just why? What does LA Knight have to do? There's a reason every single one of Jey Uso's title reigns have been so short. They've tried and tried and tried. It has not worked. You gotta stop. You were going in the right direction. I like you were going with him and Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. I like that. And now you're starting to veer off of it. I'm sure they'll go back to it after this match at Saturday Night's main event. Can't imagine he's going to win. He better not win. But so dumb and so pathetic. This creative team, Triple H, Michael Hayes, all of them, they all suck. They're all clueless. They all need to be fired. They absolutely suck. They're horrible, and they gotta go. Overall, nothing major happened on Raw. There was a few really good segments though. The segment with Pierce and Heyman where Pierce made him say please to try and put Braun Breaker and Braun Strowman back in the Battle Royal, and then Pierce told him no. And Becky Lynch confronted Paul Heyman. That was an outstanding segment. That was awesome. And then when Heyman went back in the locker room with Braun and Bronson Reed saying like, oh, he brought up Brock Lesnar and fucking Roman Reigns and how he helped them. He's like, you guys gotta trust me. So I guess the Visions storyline shined a lot. Everything else was kind of not a whole lot happened, but that's fun to let Raw. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you to Foursquare Sports for jumping in my Twitter space and bringing some entertainment to the show. I appreciate it. Till next time, so long. Have a great day.